Hey everyone, it's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, and interviews. Today is Wednesday, August 2nd. Hope you're well. And in this video, we're going to be discussing the potential of whether or not Uber could be adopting crypto payments in the future, and if that would have anything to do with XRP and Ripple. Before we get to it though, make sure to smash the like, help support me in the channel. It doesn't cost you anything either, and if you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, you'll be notified on any future live streams or when I post a new video. Here's the article I want to go over. So news, will Uber activate crypto payments? This was from July 31st. News has been circulating in recent days that the Uber CEO has reportedly said that it will soon be possible to pay for services offered by the company using crypto. And as we know, Uber is huge. They have all these different payments and currencies and different types of fiat currencies, whether it be US dollars, Canadian dollars, or elsewhere around the world. They operate in multiple countries, right? So for a company to operate in multiple countries and multiple different currencies, it would make it easier to facilitate it with crypto, in my opinion, because of the amount of the cost, the amount of transactions that they would use, and the sheer number and the volume. And because they're such small payments, usually around 15-20 bucks is their average, crypto would be great because it's going to be fast, it'll settle quickly, and the fees will be extremely cheap. For example, with XRP, you can do it for less than a penny, right? So Tilo News, breaking: Uber CEO says that you will soon be able to pay using cryptocurrency. And this came just after the company reported earnings. And I want to play this video here real quick for you because this is super bullish. And then we'll resume here in just a moment.
Is there any chance of Uber accepting Bitcoin in the future? Are you having conversations about this internally? Could it happen someday?
It definitely could. We're having conversations all the time. I think right now what we see with Bitcoin and some of the other cryptos, that they are quite valuable as a store of value. The exchange mechanism is expensive. It's not great for the environment. As the exchange mechanism becomes less expensive, becomes more environmentally friendly, I think you will see us lean into crypto a little bit more. So we're absolutely watching it. And if you say, is Uber going to accept crypto in the future? Absolutely, at some point. This isn't the right point, but we will.
Okay, so that was super bullish. And if you really dissect what he's saying there, he's basically saying that, dial-up internet, just because it was first, didn't mean that the whole internet was going to be built on dial-up internet. It was the first iteration, and then it was innovated, right? We had broadband and we had high-speed internet, right? And we went from megabit to gigabit internet, right? And things just continued to innovate and get better. And he basically said that it's not that environmentally friendly. So Bitcoin, he's basically alluding to, in my opinion, it's very slow, it's clunky. And he said, just because it's a store of value doesn't mean it's going to be good for real world use cases like payments, especially for a company like Uber. And that to me just tells me that, he's basically saying XRP is green. It's super green, right? It's very, very low efficient. It's low energy, so it's very efficient and doesn't harm the environment. It's very fast and it's very cheap. So I would think that Uber is more than likely going to have multiple different cryptocurrencies. Will it be Bitcoin? I doubt it because it's too slow and it's too expensive. Same with Ethereum. We're looking at anywhere from 10, 20, up to close to $100 for some fees, right, in certain payments and certain transactions on those networks. So with XRP, it'll settle with finality in 3 seconds and then costs, about less than a penny for a fee. It's just a no-brainer, right? And if we just kind of go back to what happened in the past, just look at kind of what they're doing, not what they're saying. And Ripple appoints former Uber executive to lead Southeast Asia expansion. So again, why would, they're basically, companies do this all the time. They send executives from their company to work with the next one, and then eventually, they get to give them a little bit of insight on how it worked over at Uber, at Ripple, and then they use that relationship and then potentially could form a partnership or some other relationship in the future. And this happens all the time, right? They send different executives back and forth. And in my opinion, I think this is just a clue and the very likelihood that Uber could potentially use XRP, and whether or not Ripple would have any kind of partnership in that. Ripple's a centralized company, and then XRP is a decentralized cryptocurrency that was just deemed a non-security. And that was SEC's Gary Gensler. He actually lost that lawsuit. Well, it's still ongoing. There's talks about them appealing, but I really don't think they will. But even SEC's Gensler called Algo, so Algorand, great technology in 2019, and now deems it as a security. And in a video, Gensler referred to Algorand as great technology while he was contemplating whether a high-performance smart contract network would be capable of integrating an Uber or Lyft-like application on its platform. So maybe Algorand could be used as a potential option for Uber as well. We don't know for sure, but there could be multiple, right? There could be Algo. Like David Schwartz said, CTO of Ripple, he said we need the whole ecosystem, not one protocol, not one crypto, not one blockchain is going to revolutionize the internet of finance, right? And the internet of value. And we need the whole ecosystem, right? So there could be Algo, there could be XRP incorporated to it as well. And then Coinbase announces relisting of XRP following the court ruling. Tons of other exchanges relisted it as well. And that just goes to show that XRP itself is not a security. On secondary exchanges, it can be packaged and sold just like oranges or beavers or chinchillas, you name it. But it's all about how the facts and the circumstances and how it was sold, right? If Ripple sells directly to an institution, that is deemed as a security. If Ripple through programmatic sales, or if you go on an exchange and you buy XRP from Uphold, that is not an exchange sale, and a secondary sale is not a security, right? So again, just looking at the writing on the wall, and I would think that XRP would definitely be available on Uber at some point. There's also X.com now, right? Twitter, formerly Twitter, now X. You have to wonder if that's going to be some sort of XRP, XLM. We'll see what happens in the future. But in my opinion, now that we have this ruling and all this relisting, we know that Bank of America is a huge partner of Ripple as well, just on the sidelines. In my opinion, there's going to be many companies, many countries that are going to be utilizing XRP and Ripple. And we also had the Litecoin halving complete. So it is officially complete. We should start to see that halving. So after the halving, the block reward cuts in half. So that's why they call it a halving. And that's just going to fuel the altcoin market, in my opinion. And if we take a look at the fear and greed index right now, we're sitting at 53. We're cooling down. We knew that we were more than likely due for a cool off session, and it's looking like alt season could very well be coming back in full force here. We know that we didn't really get a full-fledged altcoin season on the run up in February 2021 and when Bitcoin hit 70,000 and all-time highs. But I think this time we're going to see an alt season like 2017 and the end of into 2018. But the end of 2017, I think this is going to be the mother of all alt seasons. And I think it could happen here into the fall. We could even get an approval of a Bitcoin spot ETF. We could see Bitcoin go up to, maybe 80 to 100K. And then on that pullback after that massive move on Bitcoin is when I think we could start to see partnerships announced with Ripple and major developments with XRP as well. And then the rest of the altcoin sector, I think, is going to absolutely skyrocket. Let me know in the comments below if you agree with me, but I've never been more bullish on Uber, XRP, Ripple. I think all three companies two companies and one decentralized virtual currency, I think they're all going to create multi-millionaires in the future. And I can't wait to own Ripple once I get accredited. That's my goal for 2024. Become accredited by the end of 2024 so I can buy Ripple before it IPOs. And that's another thing. Once it goes public and IPOs in the US, it's just going to be an absolute monster of a ride, and I can't wait to experience it with you all. But going into there, it's Rod with Powell Group. Let me know what you think the potential of Uber using crypto in the future is. Do you think it could be something like an XRP, XLM, Algo? Always love hearing from you. We'll continue the conversation in the comment section below. Thanks again for joining us in the pursuit of Wealth. It's Rod with Powell Group. We'll see you in the next video.